What's up, Turtle Club? We are here today with Daniel. Just took down a new type challenge for Season 3. Started on Friday, won on Sunday. Really great showing. Packed out tournament, 32 people, went undefeated entirely. And let me see these goods here that he ended up winning. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Let's go right into the list. Daniel, what did you end up playing today?
So I was playing white-green wing. Honestly, it's more Kira than wing. My matchups were 3 mirror matches and 2 into Aggro.
Awesome. Yeah, but I'm
honestly,
sure
I feel very confident on the list for the mirror match because of text out that's coming out. So I'll just start us off with the standard white package.
Highly doubt it. That would mean they have like a lot of stuff.
For Lifrits, Rick Diaz, there's not much to say on this. I cut completely the 3-2 blocker because in matchups it wasn't relevant enough and it ruined my mirror matchups. So honestly, it's hope to see one of these and then at least one of the follow-up Kira links at 4. Honestly, I had Sword Strike at 3, but I made a quick cut for greed purposes on a perfect.
You don't see this too often here nowadays with the perfect strike. How'd you like it?
It has mattered a lot being in comparison to strike, the 3 costs, being able to put a pilot, swing over, and then play a base or have it for unforeseen. But honestly, it probably goes back into another Sword Strike again.
Okay.
I felt fine. The one-up didn't feel like that impactful. Then into the standard.
4 beautiful ale strikes here. Obviously an amazing card, able to bounce back something and then also take something out with the link swing too.
And with the amount of blockers, with the amount, like, it's always going to see value.
For sure.
Honestly, I would just run this one of these 2. Just the level 4 matters more than the cost.
Okay.
And
then we go into kind of the standard wing, starter deck wing, basically great by itself. If the matchup is slow, you can just put it standing and pick and choose your battles.
Yeah. If they can't remove it, then it's going to get a lot of value next turn. And even with the link on there, it's such a huge body. It's a 7/7 with the Hero Yui link that they pretty much have to take care of it or else it gets a lot of value there. So still nice to see this at 4. I know some people might have been cutting it down different lists. They're playing maybe like a little lower because they're adding Chang, but I like it at the 4 personally.
You'll see once we get into our pilots, into my pilot counts, why. It's also, this card is the reason why my pilot counts are the way they are.
Okay.
I run the Triple Justice. It's ridiculously flexible card. You use it as kind of pseudo suppression because you get 2 swings. You get to combo it off with the 2/2 that you summon, being able to crash in something with 5 health, and then on turn 8 you get to drop wing and clear both the weenies and something medium size.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Ale Strike with Kira linked on there, you're still able to go ahead and swing into that on your turn for the crackback, drop wing, and then that clears a huge body for him.
And then even the Fatum baiting out Ale Strike trigger, like it's just normally when you lose something of value, this kind of like plus because you're technically summoning 7/7 worth of stats.
Yeah, right.
And then I have cut this multiple times back down to 3, and honestly, you just needed it for. You just need to see it. Any matchup that's not absolute aggro, you just win by seeing multiple. You win matchups into aggro by just seeing one of it.
Yeah, dropping the 1 is pretty huge. Obviously, aggro, especially the blue-red Orlando special, has 4 HP, but then if you have another one for next turn, you're clearing a lot of bodies. There's a lot of pressure, and also just having that high maneuver constantly, even in the mirror match. Sometimes if you have 2 or 3 and they can't answer your wing, you just end up running away with the game.
And then technically these 2 go into a category of cards that don't need a pilot to do their job.
For sure. Yep. On deploy, they just get so much value for it.
Well, like a lot of these, especially like Sword Strike, some of these require comboing. I made a cut into my overflowings to be able to make room for some of my later options choices.
That one looks nice.
Which I know most people have been on the fence of running unforeseen or cutting it
If I can avoid
in
waiting
wing
at
matchups.
the shop at all,
In
and
every
be actually
matchup,
doing cool
it's relevant.
things that we can
Even in
instead
weenies,
have
when you put a sword strike, clear something, and they're trying to finish you off, I'll burn EX to keep my sword strike going, and he'll kill a grandpa.
For sure.
And the good stuff,
And
like
then
the sleeves, go like really
4 striker packs.
Okay.
It is a ridiculously clunky.
Yeah.
It is miserable.
Yeah, it is.
But
Sometime, last time it was like
aggro is so prevalent,
Yeah.
and seeing a single one in your security
Oh, they picked the game.
wins you the game,
Yeah.
or gets you in a position that they're not just overrunning you.
so last time.
This is kind of where I had to steal one of my overflowings from, and honestly, I'm fine with it. You'll still use it. It's relevant. Getting the burst
Hey, Shelby will
is worth it.
Well,
Yeah, even sometimes that one trigger from your shields can honestly swing the tide of a game, because not only does it effectively stop a swing, and especially if it's one of their last swings, they don't want to swing into it and have a bad trade, but then also on the crackback you have a free body basically out of your shields, which is super, super strong in conjunction with a lot of other things. You can also swing it next turn and then play one from your hand as well too, because obviously it doesn't play if it has one out on board, but being able to pop one from your shields, use it, and then play another one is incredible value.
The more impactful, it kind of goes why I'm trying to run cards that don't need a pilot, is summoning this out of security and putting Akira under Rick Diaz, or makes it so you can clear weenies for free, and then if it gets tapped down, or it can't be cleared for free by Grandpa, because it reaches that 5 attack threshold.
have a deck for side event.
And then, this is pretty standard, 4 bases. If they were in wing, this deck would only compose of 12 wing cards, in full honesty. But I would run this any 6 health base. Just pretty standard. And then another greed play, I run a 5th base.
Okay, I was gonna say, some people were taking in the Argama. Nice that we got the R plus here. How did the Argama feel into some of these matchups?
Argama, ridiculously relevant. Honestly, just having the 5th base is relevant. I'm torn between this being Archangel or Argama. The protection against most players won't come into play. If your opponent misplays, it'll matter, but I'm about to change this to Archangel, just because we have so many relevant blockers.
For sure. Yeah, being able to restand, swing and then restand, get a lot of value from it.
And then we have, let me clear up some of these.
You're good.
But he's debated
Marcos?
because he lives south.
Yeah. He's
Pretty
so
standard.
He's like, man, I just want to play One Piece.
As you can see, this is mostly Kira slop. So, for Kira. Kira works well with his specific links, and more impactful, I put Kira under Justice, under 0 over regular wing, and it just outvalues everything.
It never feels bad throwing a Kira onto anything and being able to just swing at something for free at times, and then also just having so much, because the 2-1 is so strong on some of these later game cards too. So.
And in aggro, the moment you get to 4, Kira goes on to Rick Diaz or Lifrit as soon as possible if you have an attack target.
Yeah, a lot of favorable trades, and obviously if you can see the sword strike early or the launcher strike too, it's very, very strong.
And then the 4 hero. This list has abandoned the 2 extra pilots for the extra base, and being able to greed into having kind of a consistent mid range.
I like the fact that we have the 4 striker pack, and I think people nowadays are scared of, they always want to play 3 because like if I see too many of them, it's just not worth it. But it still is just an extension of your blocker, whether it be Lifrith or 4-2 that can honestly trade into things at some points. And then obviously, again, you just want to reiterate, you just need the 1 burst for it to actually get so much value. So making sure you have the extra one for the ratio just to see it better is never not beneficial.
The other problem is we're trying to tech into survive the aggro matchup, and there's not enough deck techs that you can put in to survive a high roll against aggro. But you still want to be able to play against it. So the best choice, instead of making your other matchups infinitely worse, is kind of set up things that will give you favorable bursts and then go from there.
What do you think about the idea? It's all just preference at this point for how you play your wing deck, but what do you think about like at maybe the Zawart? I know some people might be on the fence of it. Why did you end up not playing the Zawart in your list?
So I was for a long time running 3 Zawart, 3 Rick Diaz and 3 Zawart, but it felt wrong because it wasn't
And Rick Dom said
it wasn't relevant enough in the mirror matches. I was still into the aggro matchups. In the mirror matches, it was the worst card in your deck. Any card, it was better. Even a striker pack with another striker pack on the field is better than because you can go sideways with it.
Right. Yeah, the Zawart not being on attack is definitely pretty tough.
Because my wife plays primarily aggro, I get to play test it a lot, and honestly, it didn't change me winning or losing. Me being able to summon a blocker with 4 health was more relevant. Like ideally, all I would change is swap this perfect to dealer's choice. I would do sword strike if you're seeing more aggro, or launcher if you just want a generally better card to play.
Yeah, so with that being probably the only change, I mean, clearly it did you well. I'm glad you got some testing in with your wife. Congrats to y'all. I know she also got top 4 yesterday as well, too. So shout out to you guys doing so well. And just keep it going. This is the first 3 days into Season 3, so hopefully you get to play some more. And then look out for more videos here on the channel. Daniel, thank you so much.
No problem.
All right, take care.